How's it going, everybody? My name is Ben, and today we're going to be talking about WandaVision's 5th episode, which is titled On a Very Special Episode. So this week's episode is about 10-15 minutes longer, as well as a lot beefier with details and switches between scenes between the WandaVision reality as well as the real reality where all of our S.W.O.R.D agents and all the other people are trying to figure out what exactly is going on and how to interact with it. The episode contains lots of Vision questioning how exactly things in the TV world are working, especially since he's noticing more and more mistakes and flaws in the simulation. And I've been kind of wondering this since the beginning, is how has he not noticed that something is a little off about this place? Because he's a pretty smart synthezoid computer. That was a big part of his character, and until now I think he's been fairly tricked. But after this episode, I'm not sure if there's going to be a turning back point for him. He's going to have a thirst for more, for sure. We also get to see Wanda's first interaction with S.W.O.R.D. I'm not going to say much about that, but she does indeed come in contact with them in this episode. And there's also a small sideline. I'm going to say small because the sitcom part really does seem to be on the downside now. We're leaning more in towards the real life and what's going on there. But the sitcom plot line was that the two boys get a dog, and the boys are now boys, and then the boys are now 10-year-olds, and they appear to be able to change their age, or at least that's what it seems like. I don't know if it's by will or just convenience for the story. And all of this, and Vision and some of the other characters are all starting to get kind of weirded out by everything as Wanda or whoever tries to seek control and really understand what's going on. I would definitely say the big reveal of a character at the end of the episode was a highlight for me. I was shouting no way at the television when it happened. So yeah, this has been by far the most exciting episode, and I think by far the best written as well. So the sitcom part of the episode definitely has a Full House feel to it, or at least that was what it reminded me of, including the weird painted family portrait intro. The goofy jokes this episode, while they are funny, sometimes don't make as much sense as it seems the reality is struggling to keep up. There's a scene where Agnes looks directly at Wanda when something happens not as planned and goes, "Do you want me to repeat the line? We can take it from the top." And it was really confusing because Vision's just sitting there on the sidelines like, I have no idea what's going on. He's totally breaking down. When he goes into work later on, it gets pointed out by her kids, who are now 10 years old, by the way, that it's a Saturday and he's not supposed to be there. While he's at work, Darcy reaches out through an email, which somehow makes it into the reality, and everyone reads it in unison in the office surrounding Vision, and then all start laughing like it's a joke. And Vision gets really disturbed, and then he touches his buddy Norm's head, and then Norm snaps to his normal self and screams about how he can't reach out to his family members because Wanda has him brainwashed, and he says, "You need to help me," and he's screaming. And it's pretty intense before Vision set him back, and things like that building up are building to this really tense scene where Wanda and Vision get in each other's faces as she tries to end the episode. The credits even start rolling as they're arguing, but he shushes it out and shuts that down, and he says, "You need to explain to me what's going on." And she can't really give him a straight answer, and that's the interesting part, is I can't tell if she was intentionally not telling him the truth or what, because just earlier she had interacted with S.W.O.R.D, gone outside of the barrier, and then mind-controlled all of the troops to point their guns at Hayward, who deserved it because he seems to have kind of an issue with supers. But, I mean, it was wild, and the ending where the doorbell rings and Wanda goes, "That's not me, I can't control this." And I saw the rumor that Evan Peters might show up, but the fact that he is recasting Pietro and shows up in this episode, it was really cool to see that crossover from the X-Men universe this early on into these TV shows. So in short, this 5th episode that leads into the last half of the season, or the series, depending on how the show rolls out. I'm not really sure if there's going to be a second season, since it's going to be leading into Doctor Strange 2. But they're doing a really good job with the dual method, showing us what's going on with the people trying to figure out the mystery of the broken sitcom, and then also the mystery of what's going on within the broken sitcom. There's also a lot of character building moments where you get to see different characters' points of views and their realities break, and also you get to see some nods at other MCU characters, some Captain Marvel jokes in there. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in this episode, and there's an up in intensity. I'm not trying to spoil too much in this ending thing. It's kind of hard to talk about because the episode had a lot to go on, and definitely stick around to the end because there is a big reveal and you got to see it. Like, comment, subscribe. Ben, out.